Nari TV presents Nari, a podcast show with Anil Keshary Shah, Season 2, celebrating the women heroes of Nepal. Banking partner Siddhartha Bank, Sambandha सधैँभरिलाई. Supported by Kumari Bank, सबैको लागि सधैँको लागि.
नमस्कार, नारी टिभीको नारी हिरोजको यो श्रृङ्खलामा यहाँलाई स्वागत छ. मैले ब्याङ्किङ छोडेपछि लिड नेपाल इङ्क भन्ने एउटा संस्था स्थापना गरेँ र त्यसको भिजन स्टेटमेन्ट भनेको नेतृत्व विकास, क्राफ्टिङ लिडर्स, कसरी हाम्रो देशको हरेक अङ्गमा फरक फरक किसिमको लिडर्सको उत्पन्न गर्ने भनेर. र त्यो अध्यायमा म जहिले पनि भन्ने गर्छु, अ ट्रु लिडर इज नट समवन हु क्रिएट्स फलोवर्स, बट अ ट्रु लिडर इज समवन हु क्रिएट्स मोर लिडर्स. त्यस्तै गरेर आजको यो एपिसोडमा हामीसँग यस्तो एकजना गीतकार, म्युजिसियन, एभ्रिथिङ टु डु विथ द realm अफ ब्युटिफुल म्युजिक इज हियर एज आवर गेस्ट. तर उहाँको मेरोलाई उहाँ हिरो किन हुनुहुन्छ भनेदेखि उहाँ त उत्कृष्ट म्युजिसियन हुनुहुन्छ, गीतकार हुनुहुन्छ, बट सी इज अल्सो प्यासनेट अबाउट गिभिङ स्पेस, क्रिएटिङ एन इन्भाइरोमेन्ट एन्ड इकोसिस्टम फर अदर वुमेन टु बिकम ग्रेट म्युजिसियन्स एज वेल. आई एम ट्रुली डिलाइटेड टु वेलकम टुडे टु नारी हिरो Abhaya ji. Namaskar, Ajur. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
I've known you for a long time now. Yeah. I think our children also went to preschool together and they've now grown up to be young adults. So I want to start off with you as a young child, your education. How was it? What did you like studying? What didn't you like studying?
I liked studying. सबै मलाई पढ्न चाहिँ सबै मन पर्थ्यो. I mean, I was a very studious person. I loved maths till class 8 till the teacher kind of changed and this पछाडि चाहिँ त्यही हो. But yeah, music was always a part of my life.
From when? From a young age itself?
Ever since, like, see, my mom, when she passed away, my father was like very young man. जब मेरो mom pass हुनुभयो, I think he must have been only around 30, 32 यस्तै हैन. अनि उहाँले चाहिँ अब he wanted to bring up his 3 daughters very in a way that he was involved. Okay, he wanted to involve himself in our lives. अनि उहाँले चाहिँ बिहे गर्नु भएन त्यस पछाडि. But then how he took his उहाँले चाहिँ के चाहिँ solace लिनु भएछ भने चाहिँ म्युजिकमा. So he wanted all 3 of us to be musicians जस्तो लाग्यो. म सानै 3-4 वर्ष हुँदा नै भायोलिन लिनु भन्नु भएको थियो. अनि अर्को दिदीले भायोलिन पनि लियो, अर्कोले चेलो ल्याएको थियो.
So you were the youngest of the 3?
Yeah. So we were like a quartet. I would play a violin and he would make me the second violinist, the other sister. Then पछि चाहिँ मलाई पियानो लिए भन्नुभयो. अनि हाम्रो घरमा पियानो, बिना सबै थियो कि. So we are like basically a family of musicians.
How beautiful.
अनि अहिले बुवाको अहिलेसम्म पनि he has that collection of the oldest Nepali LPs हुन्छ नि.
Oh yes.
So he used to give us an education about योबाट सुरु भएको नेपाली म्युजिक अनि यहाँसम्म आइपुगेको छ भनेर he used to give us a history of it. So yeah, I've been brought up to do music.
Wow. अनि स्कुलमा were you performing in your school?
In school चाहिँ के भयो भने I studied in Loreto Convent, Darjeeling.
Yes.
त्यहाँ चाहिँ कस्तो
Same school my wife went to.
we have kind of a history together.
Yes.
So हाम्रो चाहिँ त्यो क्लासेस हुन्थ्यो कि ट्रिनिटिज कलेज अफ म्युजिक भनेर चाहिँ इट्स इन लन्डन. अनि त्यो ग्रेड 3 सम्म चाहिँ मैले गरेँ. त्यस पछाडि चाहिँ हाम्रो टिचर एकदमै दे वाज सो स्ट्रिक्ट. यसरी पियानो खेल्दाखेरि पनि यसरी बेड गर्ने खालको के. अनि अब कुहिरेहरू नै थियो तर पनि अब नन्सहरू त्यसरी कुट्ने. अनि म त भाग्थेँ कि क्लासबाट. अनि भागेर चाहिँ बुवालाई भनेछ पछि गएर म बदमास चाहिँ म क्लास 4 तिर हुँदाखेरि मलाई जानु मन लाग्यो यसरी कुट्न थाल्यो. अनि मैले के भने त्यो किन नआएको भनेर सोध्यो क्या मलाई त्यो सिस्टरले. अनि मैले के भने आई डोन्ट थिङ्क माई फादर क्यान अफोर्ड इट एनी मोर.
Oh my God.
And my father called me up and he told me उहाँले मलाई बोलाएर भन्नुभयो तैँले मलाई you dishonored me by saying I was such a kid. So yeah, I think teachers are so important to take to the next level. But my father was a great teacher, so yeah, I never left music.
Wonderful. As you said about math also and about music, I think also that guru when पहिलादेखि नै भन्थ्यो नि हाम्रो राम्रो गुरु भयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ the pupil also thinks when math for instance till grade 8 I was great. Why did you stop? Very simple, quick. From the soul the answer came. Teacher changed. That's why I stopped liking math. How important is the teacher?
Very, very important.
Exactly. And in music, because your father was there. If your father was not immersed in music, I think, after that beating of the hand and all, you would have said, no forget.
के भयो भने मेरो सबैभन्दा ठुलो दिदी चाहिँ like when she was 11 she was already doing grade 8. That's huge. That's like getting up to ATCL level and stuff like that. And she was a prodigy, child prodigy in violin. उसलाई त कहाँ पठाउने भन्ने कुरा. But because my father was so strict with her violin, she just left it. When she like one fine day just said, I can't take it because एकदम धेरै pressure भयो क्या उहाँलाई. तर मलाई चाहिँ dad took it easy. And then he realized that I could sing as well. And then त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ I think I kind of I loved music because it somehow connected with me and I could be by myself and still not be by myself. So So yeah, त्यही हो.
So of the three sisters, are you the only one who's actually now become a musician?
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Although all three of us were brought up to do music. My eldest sister was like the most prodigious, the most amazing of us all.
Okay.
But she kind of let go. That's very weird.
No, I've heard of this with others also, whether it's in mathematics or music or other things, when they become like child prodigy and then the pressure comes and all. Some of them
they choose happiness.
And some choose happiness and they say, forget this. I don't want to do this anymore. And everyone says, but you could make a name, a fame, this, that. And they say, no, I want happiness. This is not giving me happiness when they're saying. I think we all need to
respect that. I respect that.
Exactly. But we also need to be cognizant. हाम्रो बच्चाहरूलाई हेर्दाखेरि हैन नेक्स्ट जेनेरेसनलाई हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ प्रेसर चाहिन्छ डेफिनेटली बट त्यो धेरै प्रेसर भयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ हिरा हैन कोइला जलेर खरानी बन्छ के
Exactly. Oh my God, that's so well said.
त्यो चाहिँ I think we all need to keep that in mind when we are pressurizing people to realize their potential भन्छ नि हैन कहिलेकाहीँ त्यो पनि हुँदैन. अनि what about singing? A violin भयो, piano भयो. When did you start? When did you know? Because we all know you as a singer. I'm a big fan, huge fan, love your songs. Yeah.
See, the thing is like singing, I suddenly realized that I had like quite a range in my voice. I know my dad used to sing. He's a great Nepali lover, Nepali music lover. जस्तो हाम्रो घरमा नारायण गोपालजी अनि के रे हाम्रो हिरा वाइबाजी अनि अरुणा लामा अब म त आन्टी अंकल भन्थे तर like I prefer to say जी नाउ उहाँहरू आउनुहुन्थ्यो अनि म त त्यस्तैमा बढेको मान्छे हो नि त अनि उहाँले चाहिँ अब he kept encouraging me अनि खेरि मलाई पनि गाउन मन लागेर चाहिँ and he used to make all three of us sing.
Okay.
So we would have like three different kind of voices and things like that. So he started thinking that I'm quite a good singer. Under school ma pani people started noticing that you've got a voice bhanera. And of course everybody wants to be noticed and I thought, so this is a good way to get noticed.
Yes.
And then I started singing.
Do you remember the first time like you did a concert singing?
Well, हाम्रो चाहिँ कस्तो नि घरमा हामीले प्लेजहरू गर्थ्यो सो वी युज्ड टु कल एन्टायर गाउँको मान्छेहरूलाई हेर्न गर्थ्यो सो घरमा माई ड्याड वाज सच एन अमेजिङ पर्सन के लाइक ही वुड घरमा सबै खानासाना पकाएर उनीहरूलाई डिनरमा बोलाउनु प्लस हामीले पनि ड्रामा गर्ने सो दे युज्ड टु मोर सो ही वुड इन्करेज अस टु बी अन स्टेज घरमै स्टेज बनाएर एन्ड देन ही वुड अल्सो उनीहरू अब मान्छे वेदर दे वर इन्ट्रेस्टेड अर नट दे वुड एटलिस्ट कम फर
dinner, yes.
So yeah, that was my dad.
Oh wow. त्यही त नि म पनि अब हैन एउटा छोरीको बुवा भएको भएर चाहिँ मान्छेले भन्छ कि तपाईको छोरी त छोरा जस्तो होला आई से नो एन्ड योर फादर इज एक्ज्याक्टली द सेम आई थिंक हैन मेरो छोरी छोरा जस्तो हैन जति राम्रो छोरी बनाउनु पर्यो भनेर द्याट्स व्हाई you and your sisters I'm sure are leading wonderful lives in their own way as well and it's so important I think at that point that guidance especially मुवाको हैन त्यत्रो young age मै हैन पास भएपछि चाहिँ
and he never married again because उसको पहिलाको dad हैन उसको ग्रेट उसको ग्रान्डड्याडले चाहिँ बिहे गरेर चाहिँ एकदम it created a lot of mess right and he just took that and he's like no I'm never going to let my daughters have this feeling of not being wanted by somebody
anybody
else.
in the family, yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that's why it's like that value that he gave to us. And everyone used to say, "Oh, they would have chhora paeko bha bha ni arko biha garera bhanne ke." So he didn't do that.
Yeah. So many people of elder generations, not if the wife passes, but wife-बाट 3वटा छोरी भएपछि एउटा अर्को कान्छी ल्याउन त छोरा हुन्छ कि भनेर त्यस्तो पनि हुने प्रविधिहरू हुन्थ्यो हैन?
त्यति बेला त थिएन त हैन. But he could have married another woman after my mom passed away, and he was a very good-looking man, and there were many people proposing, but he's just like no.
He's very good-looking, musician, singer भनेपछि त हैन, romance is always his aura भन्ने भयो नि. But wow, that's what you call love. Okay, that is true love. मेरो छोरीको लागि चाहिँ I will do that भनेर. I think he must be so proud of the daughters also. So after school, then what happened? How?
Yeah, that was a mess. After that,
I love that. Okay, let's go there. Yeah.
No, maybe we shouldn't go there. No, it wasn't such a mess. I mean, I went to Bombay. I studied in St. Xavier's College.
Okay.
So that was pretty good because
What did you study there?
Yeah, I did a little bit of mass communications.
Okay.
Mostly I did masters in English literature.
Oh.
And this पछाडि फेरि law पनि पढेँ मैले.
Okay.
But then I always had this music thing going on. I went to Bombay to do music. हैन? तर कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ भने चाहिँ त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ it's very Bollywood oriented. And so like somebody who's an independent artist cannot flourish in India. In Bombay. म चाहिँ बम्बेमा चाहिँ एकदम I had a lot of people who were doing music, you know, अब बुवाको साथी लुई ब्याङ्क्सहरू पनि हुनुहुन्थ्यो. उहाँले पनि he tried to, you know, get, but I didn't feel comfortable with the whole situation where you have to go and sing two lines for ads. And that's not singing for me. So yeah, as an artist, I think I was like kind of, you know, अनि त्यतिकै चाहिँ then I was doing law, and then I was like this is not good, and then काठमाडौँमा आएपछि चाहिँ I met Kai, and then we married really quickly.
Okay. So love at first sight.
No, it wasn't first sight. Believe me, I don't think it was for him. But it was at first here चाहिँ हुन सक्छ because
I love it.
I actually sang a song when he was with a whole gang of people, and he remembered me for a very long time, Raisa. And then again we met, and then he knew me as a singer, and then he was asking, what do you want to do? And I always wanted to be a filmmaker. Okay.
So I didn't know that.
Yes, that's why I did mass communications as well. I have friends from the film industry, like, you know, Akshat Verma, who did that Delhi Belly.
Yes, yeah.
I have a friend called Reema Kakti who actually works with Zora Akhtar, I think. So I have all these people who actually know and who does film, and I was always interested in filmmaking. So म अब अलिक बुढी भएपछि चाहिँ filmmaking-तिर नै लाग्छ जस्तो लाग्छ के. And also I write my own music score. You know?
And make that first epic musical of you know.
Yeah, because nobody employs me to make music because they think only men can write music. Eh? It's true. I mean, the only time that somebody said, "Lu, Abhaya timi score banao," भनेको चाहिँ Uma film Chiring, you know him, Chiring Rita.
Yeah.
He gave me that. He believed in me.
Okay.
And there was also a girl called Chiring. I don't know. I just know her as Chiring, and she is also in Shambhala.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was, I think, assistant director to Shambhala, and she also said like maybe you should get Abhaya to do it. So yeah, anybody watching there, give me a film score, like, but only songs. I don't want to do the background music. It's too 3 hours of it. No.
Yeah. Okay. No. So movie making. Wow. So did you finish law, or did you just say?
Like I finished it, but I never went to get my results. You know what I mean? It was just like it was something my father used to keep saying about. Oh, to music maths, you know, you have to do something, and you're sorry to say, but I don't want to say this, but he said you're smart.
Smart. You are smart.
I don't know about that. Yeah. He said, but your brains are better than your voice. But then I didn't believe him. I believe that my music, my heart is bigger than my brains are, because music comes from the heart. That's cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Coffee.
So you came to Kathmandu, and did you pursue music? I mean, were you did you start a band? Were you in a band? What did you do when you came to Kathmandu?
Oh my God.
Other than fall in love.
Okay. Falling in love was one thing. And then the weird thing was like, it was so interesting being with Kai. Being with Kai even now is like amazing. He's like this, he's the guru of my life. oh my God, he opened up another world for me. Dhokai khol. Everything was new for me. So when we got married, he knew me as somebody who loved to make films and he always tried to create opportunities for me and stuff like that.
And Kai is an architect. He's a renowned architect. Some of the most beautiful merger of traditional and modern is done by Kai. So it's
now he does conservation work.
Okay, now he does conservation work.
Yeah, he's the one who brought all these seven heritage sites.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. That's what I meant. Tradition
so
with modern roots. Exactly. We all are.
And
absolutely.
I'm just so, and he's like somebody who, the way he gets people going, me especially, when I married him, breakfast, and then बिहानै उठेर 7 बजे सबै गरेर राखिरहेको he's like के भयो यहाँनिर he told me what are you doing? I'm marrying breakfast. I'm He's like, oh my goodness, you don't have to play the role of a wife. You have to be yourself.
Wow. Okay.
You have to be yourself, who you are, what you want to be. You can wake up whatever time you want to. You don't have to do this for me. You have to be you. So he started with that.
Okay. Wow.
And then I was like, kasto aankha kholeko ke. Ani त्यस पछाडी and then he started saying, oh, you sing so well. What is going on? Why are you not doing music? And for 3 years, I was just stuck, not doing anything because I am a perfectionist. And he had to keep pushing me and keep saying, look, you don't have to be a perfect musician. You don't have to be a perfect singer. What you have to do is get things out. निक्लेपछि मात्रै चाल पाउँछ कसरी पर्फेक्सन बनाउनु. Not when the first song नै तैले perfect गरिस् भने त that means you have to stop.
Exactly.
After that.
Yeah.
You have to stop. If something is
You've
perfect,
summited Everest, then माथि जानु छैन, you have to go down then. Yeah.
So that really opened up my eyes. And in fact, I started doing music only after my son was born.
Okay. Oh.
So amazing, right?
Yeah.
And so and then मैले चाहिँ के हो भने पहिला ब्यान्डहरु थियो, अरु ब्यान्डहरु थियो, and then they used to keep telling me that, oh, you didn't write the music. For me, the most important thing is, more than singing, I love writing music.
Okay.
I love writing my own songs and all. And I like to have a contribution towards that music. And then I remember, do you know Robin Dai? Of course you know Robin Dai.
Of course.
The great Robin
Yeah.
Dai. So I had another band, doesn't matter. And that band was like, they were the boys were older than me, the men were older than me, and they used to keep saying, तैले कहाँ लेखेको त मैले लेखेको भन्ने खालकेहरु थियो अनि so and then it just broke up within 3 months. It just broke up and I was really sad and very depressed. And then I met Robin Dai and he's like, Robin Dai, तिमी अन्तखेरि if you hang around with guys your age, they're never going to let you do anything. They're always going to say it's their work. You need to go and hang around with musicians who are younger than you. Then matai tirsa. So that's how man the Steve Engines came up because everybody is younger than me and everybody listens to me. So there's no there is no emasculation because Nepali culture ma chai afnu bhanda thula. So I use that.
That's a good trick. There we go. Yeah. Oh.
So that's how it came about.
So when did you set up the Steam Engines?
That was in 2003.
Okay.
Straight after the breakup of the other band, I jumped in and we started doing. And then Mero dad, let's say, he's like, here, now you're getting older. You have to make an album. Ekdam chito. Those people are not going to even look at you, which is so rubbish. Of course, everybody's so we made the first album, Abhaya Subba, the eponymous album नै भयो. And the funny thing was people loved Sakdina. They were like, what happened to this? How is somebody so like this? Back in 2005.
Yeah.
2 वर्ष लाग्यो नि album बनाउनलाई. And it was a big struggle, believe me. And it was all financed by Kai, by the way.
Okay.
Oh my God, my husband is like, you should be getting the man of the century, whatever, I don't know, for me. So he financed everything and but as we got older, he's like, I think I've done enough.
So let's hear a few lines of that epic song of your first. Yeah.
The first song was Sapna Ra Kartabya.
Okay.
But that was written by one of my other band members. There is Sakdina's...
let's hear Sakdina.
Sakdina. Sakdina was, you know Rajiv, right?
Yeah.
So he के भयो this is such an interesting story of सक्दिन है
Yes.
So you know this त्यति बेला म्युजिक नेपाल थिएन there's something music.com so हाम्रो चाहिँ एल्बम पुश गर्ने मान्छे चाहिँ हुनै पर्ने त्यति बेला if you're not signed in there was no such thing as independent होइन so finally music.com ले ल तिमीलाई गरिदिन्छ एउटा भिडियो पनि गरिदिन्छ तर तिमीहरूको एल्बम चाहिँ नि अझै एउटा गाना बनाउनु पर्यो तिमीहरूले because it's not enough because they wanted to test रहेछ whether they wanted to test whether हामीले गाना बनाउन सक्छ सक्दैनौँ 2 दिनमा ले भनेर भन्यो है अनि so we like oh god guys we have to make one more song it's okay I can make songs no worries होइन so we're making and we didn't like it and then Rajiv came with this bass riff do-do-dum 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 so I was like okay that's good let's say and it just said something and then out of the blue it came so now we have to put words in and then suddenly we made the song together so it was like a collaborative thing Sunyata kupalma kuribase ma Timro kalpanama dubi base ma Ekantama sadai thami base tu so I'm just like line singing so Sadina and then the next thing we knew everybody started liking it it was really fun
So how did that feel, you know, when the album came out and this song just sort of...
We've never had it easy on it, I'll tell you that much. We've never, even now we don't have it easy. Because being a band that has a woman who's actually writing songs or not, people don't like it, right? Okay? So त्यति बेला पनि we were doing Sakdina and stuff like that and the song was being attributed to somebody else and not me. Of course, always. अनि त्यो त भयो हामीले त्यो सक्दिन चढ्दै थियो है त्यति बेला इमेजको टाइम थियो नि इमेज थिङ एन्ड कुनै के अल दिज च्यानल नेपाल अल दिज होइन त्यति बेला सो हामी चढ्दै थियो वी वर लाइक 2 वी वर इभन नम्बर 1 एन्ड सडनली अग्लिजको आउँदै जाँदा अहिले त फिनिस्ड वी वर जस्ट डाल्यो त्यसपछि नथिङ वी वर नथिङ बिकज आउँदै जाँदै huge it like you know and so yeah we've never had it easy and then like somebody told me you know why you never have it easy because you're supposed to keep on making better songs and better songs and better songs.
So true, yes.
It's so exhausting though. I just want it now.
And what is the touring scene like? I see you touring with the with the band and
for 3 months I took a break. Because it was getting a bit too much. I mean, the whole scene and कस्तो भइरहेको थियो भने चाहिँ अब टिकटकको दुनियाँ छ अहिले होइन सो हामीले गाना बनाउँदाखेरि पनि we have to think about that 7-8 seconds चाहिँ एकदम हिट गर्नुपर्छ भने and then like as musicians you just feel oh god like how are we supposed to do this होइन किन पहिला त they used to have symphony 1 symphony 2 orchestration 1 you know like त्यस्तो हुन्थ्यो त्यहाँबाट झरेर होइन त्यसपछि चाहिँ the people in America there was that black people you know the African American people they started doing jazz because they did it underground it was a revolution for them neither होइन and then they were like what 20 people doing it पहिला चाहिन्थ्यो 6 जना त्यसपछि 20 जना भयो त्यसपछि रक आयो रक आएर 5 जना भयो then पछाडि के एकजनाले मात्रै गर्न थाल्यो अहिले त 30 सेकेन्ड भइसक्यो so it's kind of like realign गर्नु थाल्नु पर्ने हुन्छ नि त so for 3 months I just took a break trying to realign myself as an artist
okay and did it work
well
work in progress
यस्तो like I sometimes even thought let it go अब छोड्दियो नगरौँ जस्तो लागेको है in between but then I feel like if I don't do it then where the kind of soul music छ नि एकदम I need to do it जस्तो लाग्छ कि it comes from my soul so yeah I'm still doing it I don't know when I'm going to stop but I don't know I think I'm getting there.
I think it's not only I mean of course it's very important that you yourself your soul your heart everything gets happiness from the music that you create. But I think you also have to keep in mind that there are a lot of young women musicians, all musicians, but specifically women musicians who look up to you and say, this is it. This is what the hero looks like, and this is what I want to be, and this is my mentor sort of thing. And especially with women in concert. Tell me about that. How did that come about, and what's happening with
You know, the first one through the wall always gets bloody once,
yeah.
Well, I have experienced that a lot. So 2003 ma चाहिँ के भयो भने चाहिँ 2003 ma I had my band. I was so happy with it, and I used to sing in Shangri-La, and I used to sing in Hyatt, and rocks and stuff like that. I used to sing everywhere, and then there were this group of ladies used to come and they used to say, "Oh, you're so lucky, you have a band," and all. I was like, "Hey, come on, I have a band. Come and sing with me."
Yeah.
And then I realized that girls didn't know how to make a band.
No.
So I thought, why not make a concert with my band backing them up? भनेर सुरु भएको त्यो women in concerts चाहिँ, because girls really didn't know how to start a band. They really didn't know how to do music. They really didn't know how to. So that's how it actually started.
Okay.
So yeah.
So when was the first concert?
That was also in 2003. Abhaya and inventions and Women in Concert came together.
Okay.
So if I had a band, so I was, I guess, generous enough to say, okay, here's my band, let's use it. Garda चाहिँ 2005 when I started doing Timro Lagi, when Abhaya and Steam Engines really started, that was 2008 when it started blowing up, because Timro Lagi lai ta kasale pani u गर्न सकेन के they couldn't bring it down हैन. त्यति बेला चाहिँ I was touring all around Sikkim यताउति कता जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यति बेला Women in Concert गर्दै गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ somebody else took over Women in Concert. So it was fine until 2013. They called me and they said like फेरि तपाई आउनु पर्छ, but you can't be inside the core of Women in Concert anymore. So I was like, okay, that's weird, because I mean, I created this thing.
Yes.
So eventually I talked to them and they gave it back to me, which was sweet of them. So from 2013 I decided, okay, now it's time for girls. Everybody kept saying, oh, okay, the girls are not bold enough, you have to make girls more bold. So I started with that 2013 ma. 14, 15, 16, 17 गर्दै गर्दै गयो. तर अहिले चाहिँ मैले हालैमा के याद गरेको छु भने, बिकज सोसियल मिडिया यो सामाजिक सञ्चालनहरुमा चाहिँ एकदमै धेरै गर्ल्स क्यान गो एन्ड सिङ एन्ड डु, आई फिल लाइक दे डोन्ट निड मी एनिमोर जस्तो लाग्छ आजकल चाहिँ. सो आई फिल लाइक दे शुड ग्रो अन देयर ओन. तर ह्याभिङ सेड द्याट, if anybody needs me, I'm always there for them. त्यो चाहिँ छ. So I'm still doing Women in Concert, but it's a different kind of Women in Concert now. Because तपाईले कन्सर्टहरु देख्नु भयो भने, I know I'm talking a lot, I'm sorry about that.
No, please, that's what we're here for.
तपाईले के देख्नु भयो भने, तपाईले सोशल मिडियातिर हेर्नु भने पोस्टर देख्नु भने, it's a, excuse my language, but it's a sausage party out there. Only men. The kids are, they still don't think that we should call it. They somehow think that the men are making better music than us, I know. So there is that two situations, okay? And I don't know, it's been going on for 20 years now. That situation where, and I don't want to complain over and over again. And for that reason also, there's that gap where there's केटीहरु छैन भनेर. सो मैले वुमेन इन कन्सर्ट गरे भने चाहिँ केटी मात्र राखेर राखौँ भनेर सोचिरहेको छु.
Okay.
You know, so this year चाहिँ त्यस्तो पाले गरौँ भनेर सोचिरहेको छु.
So it's all like
only women, like I would, यो पाली चाहिँ हामीले फर्स्ट मार्चमा चाहिँ I'm trying to do it at LOD.
Okay. Oh.
Trying, right? Because it's not 100%. I have to look for sponsors. Sponsors चाहिँ पाउँदैन, कति गाह्रो छ हामीलाई. अनि so it's like I'm hoping for Trishala Gurung, Trishna Gurung, but I believe she's going through some sorry, if I can get her, then us, and maybe a few amazing female girls, and then get them to bring their own girls so that they mentor them instead of just me mentoring.
Okay.
I know. Yeah. I think it would be really nice. And then put them up on LOD, and it would be really nice.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So kind of different thing. Rather than just keep on telling them, because I don't want them to be another me. They have to have to find their own voices.
Yes, yeah. And I think that's what Women in Concert has done this. One, it has said, hey, it's possible. Right? Yeah. Second, it's okay. We can go up there, sing, and you know, it may sound very key, but at one point it was very difficult for women to get the courage to say, let's go up there on stage, grab this mic and sing, because
even now.
Even now.
Even now. Because if you see, the poster, they somehow think that, or the girls are too scared to take it up. Okay? Yeah. And the problem is they don't have a body of work also. Yeah. Because if you want to go and do shows, you have to have a body of work. You have to, because people will want to listen to 6, 7 songs, 8 songs. I want to guide the girls, but again, I'm now finding a balance of how do I guide them without putting too much of me in them, because they have to find their own way, because they have their own artists.
Do you know this singer called Dikshita Karki?
Yeah. I think she was guided by her dad, and now she's doing her own thing.
I saw her in another podcast, and then after that I didn't think so. Then I looked at her music and all, and she's very young, she's very, very young. 18, 19, something like that. I don't know her, but I was very impressed by her music, but by her courage also, that the way she speaks, the way the whole thing. And that's when I thought, it reminds me, must be a young version of someone. Not the music is very different, but the courage, that you think. And that's what you bring out, okay? And I love the fact you said, I'm not trying to make them me. I'm trying to make them the best version of whoever they can be.
I can't even do that. They have to find their best versions.
Yes,
I only give them a platform to show them, look, this is how you do it. This is how you speak to your fellow musicians. Because they don't know how to do that. And this is how you don't get sexually predated on.
Yes,
Right? And I'm so glad that you called me here. One of the greatest door for women is that sexual predation when we're actually doing music, because obviously you're in a glam field, and then there are so many men who are predators who say, म तिम्रो गाना बनाइदिन्छु, म लिरिक्स लेखिदिन्छु, म प्रोड्युस गरिदिन्छु, तर तिमी आउनुपर्छ 9 बजे राति मेरो स्टुडियोमा. That sounds so bad. That not only sounds bad, I heard somebody say, let's go for a drive. I'll take you for a long drive, and then we'll stay in Nagar whatever, and then त्यहाँनिर गीतहरू लेखौँ. And it's just like so awkward for them. त्यस्तो कुराहरूमा चाहिँ म त्यस्तो कुराहरू चाहिँ सिकाइदिन्छु, because how to stay safe.
Be vigilant, stay safe.
Stay safe, and how to stop it from happening. And one of the things that I hate about this whole industry is that they steal away the feminine in you, okay? About me, everybody thinks I'm this chuchi woman who के रे कस्तो छुच्ची छ, कस्तो डर लाग्छ, म त उसको छेउमा बस्न कस्तो डर लाग्छ यो भन्छ, because they feel that alpha thing going on with me नि त. But I had to be that way. This is the way to stop people from doing any kind of advances on you.
Yes.
No
hanky-panky here. Yeah, exactly.
So, which is such a sad thing, right?
Exactly,
because I can't be me. I mean, I'm a woman, and I like to be a woman. I like my softness and things like that. अनि त्योहरू चाहिँ कति गुमाउनु पर्यो के मैले कति वर्ष. But I've got it back now, of course, because of all the new songs that I have, like जमलाई अहिले भर्खर सधैँभरि. So I'm bringing back the softness in me. I'm bringing back my woman in me. And choosing a thing like rock is also a very male-dominated industry, भनौँ न. तर thank God, it was okay for me. But for girls, it's still there, that sexual predation. So it's I just am funny.
I think also because while the artist may be female, the industry is dominated by male. Okay? And that's where the predation comes. And if there was also a mix in the industry of music, it would be maybe less. But I can see that happening, to young ladies who really believe, have a dream and a passion, to do something.
हुर्काइ पनि त्यस्तो हुन्छ कि हाम्रो नेपाली फ्यामिलीले चाहिँ हुन त अहिले जेनजीदेखि अब एल्फा पनि आइसक्यो, उहाँहरू त बोल्न सक्छ होला अहिले. अब चाहिँ I think it's good. It's in a good direction. It means that the girls will not be taken for granted. But I have seen so many girls, the millennials, when I used to train them, they could hardly speak. बोल्नै नसक्ने, स्टेजमा म कसरी उभिनु, के गर्नु. I had to teach them how to be on stage. So you look like you own the stage and how you take the space. Don't sit there thinking like it's an apology. That you're there. You have to stand there knowing that you're there. You have to own it. भन्ने कुरोहरू त्यति चाहिँ सिकाउँथेँ मैले. तर अहिले चाहिँ I've realized that if I do that, then I'm showing them a part of me which they don't want to accept, right? Okay? So I've changed the way I guide girls.
But you do still guide them, right?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. I do tell them, especially when it comes to composing songs, writing songs, production-wise, because so many men can just say, oh my goodness, that is there so much. Okay? And that is one fight that I've been having for so long. And that's why one fine day I just said, okay guys, I'm the composer. I wrote it. I'm producing this track भन्न थालेँ के मैले अनि त्यस पछाडि चाहिँ which is true I tell you यहाँबाट सुरु गरौँ यो गरौँ drums यसरी खेलहरू I'm not doing that to emasculate any of my band members because my band members are also very good at what they do उनीहरूले आफै बनाउँदाखेरि उनीहरूले they do their thing. The good thing is that they were so supportive towards me that they let me have my vision. So I'm not emasculating them at all.
That's you know that word. Oh, she's a feminist once, and in a derogatory sense, you know that it's not in a positive sense. Oh, she's a feminist.
Feminist भनेको misandry जस्तो गर्छ.
Exactly, yeah. And gender, both genders, male and female, I keep saying is nong and masu जस्तो कुरा हो. Okay, नङले मै हुँ, म नभएदेखि त मासु नभए नङ के हुन्छ भने जस्तै. But people don't realize that. It's I don't know. Not only in Nepal, I think many societies I've seen this. And now even in the most, Western societies, I think they're headed in that direction from where they used to be. They're headed more into that, I see.
People are looking at everything black and white. When everything is actually the middle
gray.
path.
Exactly, yes. Life is grey. It's not, very few things are black and white.
Middle path, ignore everybody just wants to do the black and white.
Right. Yeah. No, that's... But then there are people like you who show the light, and say there's a map path in the middle as well. And it is. That's why, I think, when we talked and we said your name came up, your music is great, but you're sitting here for me because you're a hero for showing that middle path, okay? In that field with, and not only to young women who want to be musicians, but just to young women altogether to say, wow, this is what it is. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a musician. She's a star.
And she's a person.
And she's a person with a views and a mind and the ability to articulate that and move forward. And
one of the things that I love doing, I have a very good connection with men in the way I talk to them and the way they talk to me. So they actually, first of all, they're very skeptical about me because mostly they do not see women like me very, very, very comfortable in herself and really not trying to please anybody. That's like, that itself is a revolution,
yes.
I didn't realize that just being yourself is a revolution, right? That it apparently is. Yes. But then sometimes I feel like they're also very misunderstood. A lot of men are so misunderstood. When I do women in concert, I always make sure men are around. If 10 men are there, 8 of them will understand what we are talking about. 2 of them will be those people who are misogynists. We cannot, they are beyond. So, my goodness, 8 of them are trying to understand. And I feel that हामीले यो चाहिँ गरेको छैन हामी गाउँ-गाउँमा गएर कुरा गर्न नै पर्छ. Try to make them understand. There are women like me and probably this is how women should be. This is how women should be, in fact. Happy. Be themselves and owning their whatever place that they're in. That's how women should be. And if 8 of them like suddenly think that's how it should be, it means that we're making a very comfortable society for the women.
True.
Otherwise it's so hard for them.
It is, and that's 50% of the population. We're not talking about.
I don't give up on the men. I really, when I talk to them, they're so sweet. So you only like when we talk about your misogyny, you're talking about the 2%, but they are winning, and that is not good. That is not good.
That is not good.
Honestly, when I've been to the gaउँतिर यस्तो राम्रो मान्छेहरु भेट्छु यस्तो राम्रो केटाहरु भेट्छु who don't even think that way, who change their minds, who are ready to change their minds.
No, and that's great to hear. Okay, when urban educated with the exposure, that's different. But when even in the rural areas, and I think a lot of the Nepali diaspora, which is all over the world right now and all, are seeing a different type of world. Okay? Not only the village, the patriarchal society, they're seeing a world where there's equality, where the women are different, women are heard, women are independent. And somehow that's also rubbing off on them when they come back home and it's going back into the society mean, in its own way, in its, of course, some bad stuff also comes back, but, some of the good stuff also comes back. I think that's amazing. But do you see the music scene itself from when you came back and you started the music scene to what it is today? I see a lot more people in music because I think access, like you said, whether it's TikTok or whether you're good, bad, whatever you are, people who think, I can't, they have access now to do that. But how do you think it's moving, the Nepali music scene?
I always look at it positively because I'm always somebody who looks forward and not behind. Okay? I never do. I never look back in anger or in fear or anything. I just look forward. I feel like the girls, even the men and the boys and all the musicians, they are looking at music भन्ने कुरा what is going around तिम्रो environmentले dictate गर्छ नि त अनि अहिले चाहिँ एकदम डिजिटल छ के अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि पनि म्युजिक एकदम डिजिटल भएको छ नि because अब सोशल मिडिया इज डिजिटल हामी के लेख्दाखेरि इट्स डिजिटल आजकल त इभन द थट्स द्याट वी हेभ हेज बिकम च्याट जिपिटी अनि त्यसो भन्दै मान्छेहरूको इफ वी डोन्ट सी द्याट चेन्ज इन म्युजिक देन यु नट सिङ एनिथिङ एन्ड अल वी कान्ट किप सिङ पहिलाको म्युजिक यस्तो थियो र अहिलेको म्युजिक यस्तो त्यो भन्नै हुँदैन अरे वी हेभ टु एक्सेप्ट द्याट थिङ्स विल चेन्ज इट हेज चेन्ज मैले भने त तपाईँलाई पहिला सिम्फोनी थियो त्यसपछि ज्याज भयो त्यसपछि रक भयो अब डिजिटल छ सो we just have to accept it and if you're a musician and you want to grow you have to start holding on to that and say how can I put my music in that so I see a great future
and Pailani, like you said, when you started off, there was maybe one or two companies who pretty much had the hold on the music industry in Nepal. You had to be part of that, whatever it was, and it wasn't very transparent. It was, you never knew how many cassettes were sold or this, that. They would tell you, this is it, and that was it. Yeah. If you got anything, that was great. Otherwise,
we didn't get anything. We just got the gigs.
You got the gigs. And in fact, they would make you feel thankful. I think that you're getting the gigs because we're producing your music and, putting these cassettes out. So just be happy with the gigs. Do you see that changing now? I mean, monetarily, as an economic, as an industry, it's worse.
It's worse, but at least you had somebody who would be like, you don't know. Like for example, oh my God, this is interesting in music, म्युजिकमा के भइरहेको छ भने चाहिँ अहिले पहिला हाम्रो के थियो भने रेडियो जकिज थियो बुझ्नुभयो रेडियो जकीलाई हजुर मेरो गाना बजाइदिनुहोस् प्लिज होइन अनि थ्याङ्क यू यसको एकदम राम्रो जान्छ रेडियो सो है बोल्नुपर्छ मेरो गाना अफ कोर्स सो अल द्याट द नेक्स्ट वाज भिडियो जकिज भिजेज भिजेहरूले फेरि म्युजिक भिडियो बनाउनु थाल्यो उनीहरूले म्युजिक भिडियो बनाएपछि उनीहरूको टिभीमा खेल्छ र कुन चाहिँ भिजेलाई लिने अब हाम्रो डाइरेक्टर नेक्स्ट राउन्ड ओके एन्ड द थर्ड राउन्ड इज युट्युब आयो युट्युब आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब ओ गुड नाउ वी हेभ आवर कन्ट्रोल भन्यो के को कन्ट्रोल अब त बुस्टिङ छ पिपल आर पेइङ 5 lakhs जस्ट टु बुस्ट हामी कहाँ सक्छौँ 5 लाख हान्न भन्नुहोस् त एउटा गानाको लागि सक्दैन नि एन्ड इफ यु डोन्ट बुस्ट इट डजन्ट गो एनिवेयर the song doesn't go anywhere. So in that sense we don't know what is going on कसरी ट्रेन्ड हुन्छ के हुन्छ it's all a matter of luck अहिले चाहिँ so तर एकदमै दामी गाना छ भने चाहिँ चल्छ तर mostly it's luck so it's like हामी त अहिले त I feel like I'm playing त्यो के भन्छ त्यसलाई slot machines खेले जस्तो लाग्छ ल हान्यो अब यो coin पस्यो that's a song right please 777 it's that so it's very, 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 very dicey for us musicians, but we keep carrying on.
But the other thing, I was talking to some musicians and they said now it's the diaspora. So we get to go do gigs here. We need to get to do some outside also. Because I used to, being a banker, of course, say, Pete kasari palnu huncha, the music. It's great. You're passionate, this, that, and all that. But can you actually, sustain a life with music? And people are saying, well,
yes,
same.
If you're smart. If you're really smart and if you're a business person and like you say, okay, look, here's my money and investment money, here's my money, I'm going to put 5 lakhs in this video, 5 lakhs, 15 lakhs in this video, 5 lakh बनायो 5 लाख सबैलाई कोकोलाई खुवायो यो गर्यो 5 लाख चाहिँ गर्ने टिकटकरलाई दियो यो गर्यो त्यो गर्यो त्यस्तो हुन्छ है it's like it's really weird and there are very few people who actually just live just through music भनौँ न त्यो इन्भेस्टमेन्ट गर्ने चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ के सो अब मलाई चाहिँ to be honest for a very long time it was my husband who looked after me I have to be honest but later I started doing concerts and things like that lately it's been kind of difficult for us also because gigsहरू आउन भन्दाखेरि मैले नलिएको किनभने जहाँ पायो त्यो गर्न थाल्यो भने पनि your value starts decreasing अनि so it's like it's a matter of watch and wait and play the game so it goes on and on हाम्रो musicians like there's no rest for us at all we have to keep going at it.
And I think like for bankers also we can say no rest, we have to go keep working every day and all, but for musicians the challenge is you have to be creative, you have to create also, and then you also have to be a business person to do the gigs, to do the as you said the boosting, the algorithms, all that sort of thing
wait for me it is like whenever I have a new song coming up I have to be so geared up oh my god I have to post because I don't want people to use my social media के हुन्छ को you can't even trust हैन so I have like 5 social media 5 वटा social media मा मैले नै पोस्ट गर्नुपर्छ my goodness त्यो मात्र हैन हेर्दैछ टिकटकमा के हुँदैछ टिकटकमा ला यसले काम गरेन okay I have to put another reel it is slaughter for us like in terms of brain it's very very hard तर अब my husband ले हाँस्छ के यसो when the going gets tough the
Yeah, that's true. The tough get going at that point of time. Vakhar, I had seen one band was taken somewhere in India and the audience was in the venue. They were stuck somewhere. Organizers had run off with the money, and I forget the band. And they took to social media and posted because they were getting the bad rap. No one knows the organizer. They were saying this band didn't show up. We paid the tickets and there are thousands of people waiting for them and they're stuck somewhere pleading with the organizer, please come pick us up, to take us to
because we don't know where it is. We don't know where the
they went to some city in India and then they were supposed to be picked up and taken to Siliguri, some place, and no one came to pick them up.
Oh my god, that's really awkward.
Yeah, so when you do gigs and all,
if I'm not wrong, it was Sabin Rai and the Pharaohs.
Yes.
And who else? I think even Swapnil was there. Swar pani थियो होला. त्यस्तो लाग्यो मलाई. I saw that. Yeah. That's pretty tough. हुन्छ त्यस्तो हामी त पहिला धरानमा जाँदाखेरि पैसा नदिएर हामी त लापत्ता आफै पैसा तिरेर फर्किनु परेर के भएको so much के त्यस्तो हुन्छ धेरै हुन्छ but
it's evolving in the right direction. It's getting better, you think? I mean, there's always going to be people crooks out there.
The most important thing what happened was the most beautiful experience I ever had. Not beautiful. It's actually the turning point in how music industry has changed in Nepal was when Bryan Adams had come here.
Oh, yes.
2012? I don't remember which year. It was 2013-12. Everybody wanted to open for Bryan Adams. I know. And Bryan Adams, like, everybody wanted to open for Bryan Adams. I remember there was Nepati 1974-80, Robin Dai थियो, हामी थियो, के अरे राजु लामाको Mongolian Heartsहरू थियो. There were a whole lot of bands, हैन. त्यहाँभित्र तिनीहरूको कोकोले some bands had paid enough to get up on stage. So I don't want to name names, but there we were, and I'm the only woman out there, right? Only woman couldn't go to the toilet. There's no toilet there because it's only for Bryan Adams. And
okay.
It was a way, no? And I'm sitting over there holding on to my bladder. I had to pay. In the end, I took out 1,000 rupees and I asked somebody who had a little place over there, please, can I use your toilet? And I said, 1,000 rupees, please, I have to. So, it was so bad. त्यो गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ के भयो भने हाम्रो लोकल ब्यान्ड्सहरुको लोकल ब्यान्ड्स हुनु पर्यो ब्रान्ड एडम्स इन्टरनेशनल ब्यान्ड भयो हाम्रो नेपाल ब्यान्डहरुको लागि त साउन्ड सिस्टमै छैन रहेछ द्याट वाज ओन्ली मेन्ट फर ब्रान्ड हामी चाहिँ खुसी छ यस हामी ब्रान्ड एडम्सको साउन्डमा खेल्दै छ हैन ए कस्तो हुन्छ होला आई मिन फर अस लाइक oh ड्रीम कम ट्रू and then this guy comes and says they don't have you guys don't have a thing what are you going to play in po bhन्छ हामीलाई and all our rock stars are like Tom there's here we're going to play yes and you all don't have any
speakers any amplifiers anything
backline भन्दै रहेछ you all don't have any backline अब त्यति बेलाको समयमा backline भनेको के हो what is backline so I went and asked one of the rock stars I don't want to name names and I asked backline, because you are like, you've been
you're the man.
What does backline mean? And he's like, backline भनेको यो त्रो ठुलो तारो अरे.
Hello.
I'm like, what are you talking about? And then in the end, I was like, I went and asked that guy, what does backline mean? Backline means all the amps and all the drums. You don't have it.
Yes.
भर्खर ल्याएको थियो एउटा होइन त्यो सचेन्द्रको एक्सेलसियर छ नि त्यो he had brought अनि उनीहरूले चाहिँदैन भनेर फर्काइदिएको थियो. I called that guy up and said, come back होइन हामी त फर्किस होइन, you have to come back, we don't have it, जसरी भए पनि तपाईँ आउनै पर्छ. So they came back and that set up होइन. So but the rest of them were so cool and calm, saying that I actually did it and I was the only woman and they would not let me on stage. I got up there on stage because there was this person who was like, I'm going to get you on stage. हामी स्टेजमा त्यहाँ पुगिसक्यो है. त्यहाँ पुगेको त the MC said, it's not you, it's somebody else. It's not you. के गर्ने? त्यो मान्छे जो चाहिँ who is in charge of the stage is saying only you can go. अब it is up to me whether I let that other person go or whether we go. मैले सोचेँ, धेरै सोचेँ. I thought, oh my goodness, and my boys are like, let's go, I thought, oh my God, I have to live with this person for the next years, many years. More for this little moment of glory, more relationship बिगार्दिन भनेर ओके तपाईँ जानुहोस् भनेर मैले जान दिएको. That was त्यो त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ मान्छेले के बुझ्यो भने चाहिँ ब्याकलाइन भनेको चाहिँ यो रहेछ है. म्युजिक भनेको चाहिँ यसरी सुन्नु पर्दो रहेछ है. म्युजिक भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ आफ्नो जुन चाहिँ त्यो साउन्ड हुन्छ नि, साउन्ड हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ यस्तो खालको साउन्ड ल्याउनु पर्दो रहेछ. किन ब्रायन एडम्सको साउन्ड र हाम्रो साउन्ड यति धेरै फरक पर्यो. Now we suddenly realized, musicians, we realized, oh my God, we have been just fooling around अहिलेसम्म. And then after that, things started to change a lot. The music started to change. हाम्रै नेपाली music, creative music vendors चाहिँ एकदम राम्रो ल्याउन थाल्यो. So that's why it's better now. So I thank that particular time.
But then the sad part, I was there in the concert. I was there, loved it and all. And all of us were the gang who went together. We said, अब चाहिँ नेपालमा पनि सुरु भयो है. ब्रायन एडम्स आयो, अब नेक्स्ट को आउला, कहिले के भन्यो एउटा पनि आएन के. This is the sadness of Nepal. Ed Sheeran was in Bhutan. And whenever I talk about this, people say, we're too small, we don't have this, that. Come on, it's not that. We just don't have the leadership, the management, the wherewithal. Who will not want to come to Kathmandu and play? Kathmandu has its own aura, it's for the musicians especially, you come to Kathmandu and play and and there is now enough critical mass for it to be economically feasible as well, the government has to think about that as well. I would say forget Nepal, let's be the concert center of South Asia.
Exactly. Look at the weather here.
Exactly. Let the Indians, the Bangladeshis, Sri Lankans, Pakistanis, everyone come here. Let's be known that every month there is one international concert, in Kathmandu or in Pokhara, we have international airport there as well. But the reason it doesn't happen is they netitwa, okay, that leadership, that whole thing. Ab backline, tar ke moto tar bhane tesari basde bhandekhi ta kahaबाट हुन्छ हैन. It's not going to happen. And that's why I felt, for some of my friends went to Bhutan, said, aren't you coming to see, there's a huge concert, this, that, and all. And I was like, no, because I feel like
it should have been here. Yeah.
It should have been here. And so many more should have been here, Why don't we have Coldplay, for instance, My God, it's I will tell you, that's the thing. But it is moving, let's say. It is moving forward. So you have a new song out. I was there in the shoot. I was just, it happened to be at that point of time. And Niti and Karma were there. And you were up on the balcony. And you were serenading while they were getting married. Let's hear a few lines of that. I've seen the YouTube. I think it's doing very well. Hit the right algorithms.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Praying. Yeah. This song is, मैले खासमा यो गाना किन बनायो भने नेपालीहरू बिहा गर्दाखेरि आजकल एकदम धेरै अरू ढङ्गको कस्तो भने रिचुअल्सहरूमा गरिरह हुन्छ जब कि हाम्रो रिचुअलहरू यस्तो रिच छ, यस्तो ब्युटिफुल छ हैन. अनि मैले चाहिँ I just thought I want to write a song for Nepali couples because एकदम धेरै I only hear Bollywood songs being played whenever they are getting married. So this is a song for them.
Okay.
So it goes like Sadhai bhari timi raman sadhai bhari Maya ra moha. It's moha, but everybody says moha. But sadhai bhari. And the part that I really like is Juni bhari ko sa. I sang it a little low. Juni bhari ko sathi timi. Samarpan yo hriday timilai. Jhukchu yo maya ghi. Urchu chahanama sadhai. So it's like you have to be humble in love, but then because of that you can fly.
Exactly. Wow. It's a beautiful song. The words are beautiful. The picturization is great as well in the video, and I suggest everybody to take a look at it. But going forward for you and the steam engines, for you as a mother, as a wife, where do you see yourself now? What is the way forward?
So many, like I said, filmmaking.
Oh, yes. We wait for that. We wait for someday soon. I'm sure it's going to happen
Not so
someday
soon though, because like, let's say I have this song called Kancha Ra Kanchi. It's an epic song. I wrote I love experimenting with music. So it's a 7-minute song.
Okay.
So it's a storytelling song. It's a song about, so मैले चाहिँ Mustang को बारेमा लेखेको. That place has this, it's a character, and it just like kind of came to me, and I said, okay, I'm going to write a song about. So I wrote a song visualizing the movie. So it's about भन्नु त के भन्नु हुँदैन तर मुस्ताङको चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने I've also used the ladies from there to sing the part in Loba. Loba रहेछ नि त उहाँहरूको. अनि I also like I call it Kancha Ra Kanchi because I'm sorry to say that नेपालमा चाहिँ कतिवटा कुराहरू I don't want to say it, but I will say it. People in Mustang, people in Manang are not Gurungs and Bishtas neither. They're actually Loba and they are something else. But they are forced to say Bishta and thing. And for me, and they always call Bhotes and this and that. And they're very cruel in so many ways. And that's why I called Mustang ko mancheharu like Kancha Ra Kanchi because they are Nepali. That kind of. So the song is Kancha Ra Kanchi. And it's about their love story in Mustang.
So you already have the soul of the movie.
I already
You've
have
just
the
got
song.
to put the song is the soul. That is going to be the soul of the movie. Wow. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too long, eh?
Because it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's a short movie. So I was talking to Miruna to be the heroine. Heroine.
Yes.
I was, but we have been in talks with her. And our Keta we were thinking of Sonam, the guy from Abbott. But I haven't talked to him yet. Look at me just, putting it out there. So, I'm trying. And there are a few people who are interested in funding it because it's going to cost me at least 20-25 lakhs to make this because it's a movie.
Yeah. So it's going to be a short movie or...
It's a short movie, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Develop it's a movie, but it's a song. So it's my maybe first attempt at script writing because I've already written the script.
Yes.
So then त्यहाँबाट सुरु हुन्छ होला मेरो film journey. And then I've also written a book called Grooves for Trespassers.
Okay.
Which I want to take it out this year. तर त्यो चाहिँ कस्तो खालको कथा भने चाहिँ अब नेपालीहरू चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भने सुन्नुहोस् है यो चाहिँ म लास्ट भन्छु बिफोर वी गो होइन हामीलाई बाहिर त बोलाउँछ तर हामी कसको लागि गाउँछ भन्नुहोस् त नेपालीहरूको लागि नै गाउँछ हामी त्यो कम्युनिटी अर्को कम्युनिटीको लागि गाउँदैन हामीलाई चान्स त्यही कारण मैले भनेको ग्रुप्स अफ ट्रेसपासर्स भनेको चाहिँ के हो भने हामीले ग्रुप्स त गर्दैछ तर हामी ट्रेसपासर्सहरू हो के we are not allowed in.
Okay.
We are not allowed in. We are not allowed in and the international thing. Allowed भएको छैन के अब हामी गयो म हङकङमा गएर गाएँ हेर्छु नेपाली मात्रै छ छैन कोही पनि अस्ट्रेलियामा बोलायो अस्ट्रेलियनहरू कोही यसो छैन कोही पनि nobody is there to witness us. So it's like we can watch them but they can't watch us. We can hear them but they can't hear us. We are screaming and living in a vacuum right now, okay? As artists, as Nepalis. I want to change that.
And I think you should talk to Ani Choing once. In one of the podcasts that I did, with musicians, she asked, why don't you also go try to push the boundaries for audiences, non-Nepali audiences? And they came back and said that it's because of the language they don't understand. She said, wait, do you know the language I sing in? She said, I sing in a language nobody understands. Maybe 5% of the audience will understand the words I'm saying, but they're there to imbibe the music, the energy, the vibe, the whole thing. That's what music is all about. We also listen to music from languages we don't understand because we just love the music that's coming out. That's what you should aim for. That's exactly what you said. And again, like many of the glass ceilings you have broken personally and the envelopes you've pushed, this is another one I think that you need to do as well. Where when you do सिडनीमा हुँदाखेरि नेपाली पनि हुनुपर्छ है, नेपाली नहुने भनेको होइन, बट एटलिस्ट 20-25% शुड बी.
मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने नेपालीहरु त्यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ नि, त्यहाँनिर अट्र्याक्ट गर्न सक्नु पर्यो कि हाम्रो छ है भनेर.
हो आउन हेर भनेर. यस,
they haven't been able to do that.
Exactly, yes.
ल्याउनु पर्यो नि त. They have to see what is going on. ल्याङ्ग्वेजको ब्यारियर मात्र होइन के, ल्याङ्ग्वेजको ब्यारियर भन्ने कुरो लाइक यस इट इज देयर. अब तर अनि जीको चाहिँ के छ भने उसको मन्त्रहरु हो. त्यो मन्त्र भन्ने कुरा त who doesn't want to get that positivity.
Exactly.
हामी त गाउँदैछ सेरैमा they don't get it. So there is that little bit of this छ. तर I think like मेरो जुन चाहिँ यो गाना छ, it is kind of world music. There's all this chanting from these ladies. I'm so proud of this work. And I'm hoping to get it mixed in Bombay because यहाँको मिक्सिङले पुग्दैन हैन, किनभने हामीले नेपाली गाना अनि त्यसपछि फेरि बलिउड गाना या नेपाली गाना या हाम्रो इन्टरनेशनल गाना गर्नु भने the level is in terms of sound, not in terms of music. And musically Nepalis are amazing. Amazing नै हुन्छ. तर हाम्रो त्यो technical चाहिँ अलिक पुगेको छैन. So oh god, there's so much to do.
Yeah. So we hope soon we will see the 7-minute short movie. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that. And of course, may the steam continue always in the steam engines and going forward, chugging on. And Women in Concert in LOD. Wow.
I hope that happens.
Yeah, I hope so. They're putting it out there, into the universe.
Hello there.
Yeah,
please
positive manifestation.
Sponsor us.
As always, a pleasure talking to you,
really
meeting you,
and
it is really, really.
Thank you.
I mean, the energy is so positive, and it's so powerful in its own way, And Nari hero भनेको के हो भनेर चाहिँ उहाँलाई हेरेर चाहिँ हामी सबैले बुझ्नुपर्छ कि किनभनेदेखि हिरो भनेको सबै रूपमा आउँछ, सबै सोच भएको आउँछ, तर हिरोले एउटा कुरा चाहिँ गर्छ, आफू माथि विश्वास गर्छ, आफ्नो सोचमा प्रतिबद्ध हुन्छ र काममा त्यो चाहिँ जहिले पनि झल्किन्छ. Thank you so much, Abhaya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wonderful
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Let me speak so much.
Thank you.
Nari TV presents Nari, a podcast show with Anil Keshary Shah, Season 2, celebrating the women heroes of Nepal. Banking partner Siddhartha Bank, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई. Supported by Kumari Bank, सबैको लागि सधैँको लागि.